As a art in action is now being held out at the park on summers, and I think that's the the child of the Bicentennial Arts Festival.
So tell us a little bit about what's going on with the Bicentennial Festival for the Historical Society that you're part of. You're actually going to have some events coming up.
Well, we are. We have, of course, we have the Lemoyne House. Will be open. I don't know precisely what the hours are. They'll be on your schedule. I don't have that schedule in front of me. But of course, Lemoyne House will be open. There is a Civil War encampment, a small Civil War encampment on Lemoyne House grounds there. Bradford House, of course, is open. Bradford House is a separate organization, but we do a lot of crossover with the Bradford House folks, and that is open. The Washington County Historical Society Frontier History Center will be manned and operating tomorrow. That is a recreation of a frontier settlement, complete with a fort, blockhouse, a cabin, a half shelter, which was replicates what a settler would probably live in when he first arrived on his site. Didn't have time to throw up a cabin, but he had to get some shelter, so he built basically what is a sophisticated lean-to into the side of a hill. That will be open from 10 to 5 tomorrow on Saturday, and we'll have reenactors there portraying woodworking. There'll be some militia drills. There will be cooking. There'll be a cartographer there who will talk about early maps of the period and can show you early maps that he's prepared. A variety of different things will be happening. Try and show people what it was like actually at that period of time. So that's the History Society's pretty much involvement in the Bicentennial here, and it's been active in the Bicentennial Committee and doing some of the research. In fact, helped me out with some of the research on the story here.
So in case you just joined us, you're listening to a special edition of the Bicentennial show here at WNJR at 91.7 FM and streaming live at WNJR.org. And the theme of the show is Washington, the history, the present, and the future. And we have Mr. Dave
Budinger.
Budinger here in the studio talking about the history of Washington. And Dave, we're going to have to take a short break, and we have Ron Gula coming up to talk about, I guess, the present here on Earth Talk with Dr. Robert East. And I certainly appreciate you coming in and telling us everything about the history of Washington County and Washington City. And then we're going to have later on Dan Baker, who's going to represent, I guess, the future of Washington County as far as the young musician who's working here in the community with the jazz community and the arts community. So we will be back in about 5 minutes. We have a chance to switch over to Earth Talk with Dr. Robert East. Thanks again, Dave, very much for coming into the studio and talking with us.
Quite welcome. My pleasure.